Hi everyone, and welcome to this video. My name is Christina Aroche. I am the Archangel Channel. I am a spiritual teacher, a mentor, and a healer, and I'm here to guide you on your journey of spiritual growth and awakening by teaching you about the Archangels, who they are, how they're here to support you, and to guide you and help you in your journey of discovering your truth, of healing of all the things that are holding you back from living the life that you desire, to help you open up to your gifts and your spiritual abilities, to help you understand how you are here to use those gifts in this world, and to guide you in sharing your truth, sharing your light on this planet. All with the help of the angels. So I help you to connect with them. I channel their healing. I channel their messages and guidance for you. And I teach you how to channel their messages as well. And in this video, I want to share a little update of what's been going on with me and what I have been doing, and also to talk a little bit about how much the universe loves you and supports you in following your heart's desires, okay? And I wanted to share a little bit about that because this is exactly what I have been going through right now. And the support from the universe, the support from the angels, all of that, it has been incredible. It has been so amazing to really, truly feel it in this greater capacity than I've ever felt it before, okay? So it's not that I've ever not felt supported or never ever felt like they weren't there. I always knew that they were there. Sometimes there would be times, definitely, that I didn't fully believe in that support, but I knew that they were there. But in terms of creating what I have created, it has been absolutely amazing, such an amazing journey. And so I wanted to share a little bit about that with you guys, okay? So I know that for a lot of you, you also follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. And on those two platforms, I have been sharing a lot recently about my move to California, all the way from Ontario. So that is a big move. It is literally like diagonally across the continent, pretty much. And so it's been a huge move. And I'm here in California. It has been it's been less than 2 weeks actually since I have moved, so I think it's been like 12 days or something since I arrived, and the journey to get here has been very interesting, okay? And I wanted to share a little bit about following that, because California and living in California and in this sort of environment has been something that my heart has desired for quite a while, okay? So I've known for a long time, for years, that I wanted to live somewhere where there's no snow in the winter, live somewhere that is close to the ocean, and somewhere where, you know, I could literally go and walk on the beach anytime that I wanted to, and somewhere where it's warmer and sunny a lot or all the time pretty much, and just the environment, just the different environment that is in California. So I've known, actually I didn't know about California specifically, I just knew the type of environment, and then more recently California was what kind of came into my radar as the place to go to, as a place that was most aligned for me, and it's what my heart was pulling me to do, and it's what the angels guided me to do. So they guided me to come here. They said, yes, this is the place for you. This is where you're supposed to be. This is in alignment for your highest good. And so when that came into my awareness, it started to come into my awareness, I think, at the beginning of 2018. So maybe around February, somewhere around there is when it first came into my awareness. And then it's kind of like, okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting thought, to be moving to California. And then it wasn't really until about June that I really started to focus my attention and my energy on actually making it happen, okay? Because there's a difference between knowing, oh, that would be great to go there one day, or yeah, that's awesome that it's meant for me, you know, versus actually doing the work to create that and to actually manifest that. Okay, so I did a lot of work for myself to get myself into alignment with moving, with creating this huge move, because first of all, I don't know anyone here, didn't know anyone in California, so it wasn't like I was going to go and I would have family or friends there or anything like that. So going completely alone to a new place, a new country, because I was coming from Canada, and so that was a big thing. And then just in general, that whole when you're creating something, that whole energy behind actually making something happen and actually making something huge a reality, okay? Because it's interesting how we can always dream about things or desire certain things, but then when it comes to actually doing it, it's a whole different energy. It's a whole different energy of wishing for something versus actually making it happen. And what happens is that there can be fears and doubts and questions that come up that you have to work through in order to actually make whatever it is that you want happen, okay? So when it comes to creating our heart's desires and living those dreams, first of all, the universe and the archangels always want you to dream big. Okay, because there is nothing, literally nothing that is impossible. You can be and do and create and experience anything that you want. Anything. Literally anything that you want, you can experience. You can create that in your life. But the problem is that for so many people, first of all, they don't dream big. They don't allow themselves to go beyond what they believe is, to go beyond what they think is possible for them, okay? People limit themselves. They think, well, how am I ever supposed to do that? Because they don't see the pathway of how it's possible. They don't see the logical pathway of how it's possible, and they limit themselves, okay? They limit themselves with their dreams. Now, the other part of that is, even if maybe you do have this pull, you know that there is something within you that is telling you that you're meant for something bigger, that you're able to, somehow break free from where you are right now. But then again, you don't see how the way to do it. You don't see the actual steps of how to create that, or you don't see the steps of, can I truly do this? Like that deep sense of trust and belief in yourself. And then most importantly, the trust and belief in the universe, okay? And how supported you are, okay? People don't see that. People don't see how supported they are, how loved they are, when all that the universe wants to do is support you and guide you in creating your dreams. That's literally what the universe is here to do. It's here to guide you and support you in living that extraordinary life and living the life that is for your highest potential. And so it's important to recognize that you can do anything that you desire. You can do anything that your heart is calling you to do. And you're not supposed to do it alone either. Okay, the archangels, they have been huge for me in supporting me and guiding me in every single step. And when I say every single step, I'm not exaggerating. Every next step that I had to take, they showed me. They showed me every single step, from, their healing and releasing that I had to do. So working through the fears, working through the doubts, all of that kind of stuff, doing that inner work that I had to do to be in alignment with California, as well as the actual steps that I had to take. Okay, when do I book my plane ticket? What day do I go? Where do I stay? What area? All of those, like every single step, they showed me, okay? And this is what's important to recognize, is that when you work with the power of the universe, when you work with the power of the archangels, and as well as the Herschiel Angels. So if you don't know about the Herschiel Angels, make sure to go and watch that video. It is on my channel. They are amazing angelic beings, a new angelic realm that has stepped forward. So make sure to go check out the video about the Herschiel Angels. But both the archangels and the Herschiel Angels, they are such powerful beings that are here to literally guide us and support us in living our truth, our highest potential. And that includes manifesting and creating the life that we want, okay? Creating the life that supports that purpose, that supports that potential. Because when you create and purposefully create what it is that you want, when you're manifesting, when you set the intention, then that is when everything begins to conspire to support you in that. Okay. Whereas if you don't set intentions, or if you don't set those sights for what you want to create for yourself, then there's no way that the universe can help you or guide you, because there's nowhere to guide you to. Whereas if you set that, and you set that intention, you set that goal, and you look within you, and this isn't just about, okay, what's something that I can manifest right now. This is about looking at what is it that my heart truly wants to create. What is it that I'm here to do? What is the impact that I'm here to create? And then leaning into the archangels and leaning into the universe and saying, all right, let's do this. Show me the way. Okay. And so one of the most important things that I cannot stress enough is the support of the universe, is how loved and supported you truly are. And one thing that you can do right now, Archangel Michael is the one who's stepping forward right now, right this very second. He is stepping forward. And what he wants you to do is to call on him and to ask him to guide you today, to guide you this week in terms of your next steps. Okay, so I want you to think about what it is that you want to create in your life right now. Okay, what is that big vision? What is that big picture? What is it that your heart truly wants to do? And then ask Archangel Michael to show you your next step. Okay, and then let it go. And then allow him to step forward. So he's going to step forward when you call on him and ask him to show you. He's going to be with you this week, and he's going to show you signs. He's going to bring in opportunities. He's going to do whatever needs to be done for you specifically, so that you get the message, so that you understand what it is that your next step is, whatever that might be. Okay, it's the next step in moving you closer to that bigger picture and that bigger desire that you have. Okay, and that's the best way to look at it. It's not, okay, how can I do that, get to that big place, because it can feel very overwhelming. And instead, breaking it down into smaller steps and just looking at it step by step. Okay, this step is bringing me closer. This step is bringing me closer. This next step is bringing me closer. And also understanding that you do not need to know every single step. Okay, because you won't be given all the steps anyways. And that's something else that stops people from reaching their dreams or from moving forward on their journeys, because they're waiting for all the steps to be shown to them. And that is not how the universe works, okay? The universe works based on trust. And that it was one of the biggest lessons that we are all here to learn, okay? Myself included. It's a huge lesson that I have been going through on my journey, just deepening my trust more and more and more and more. And, it's a matter of trusting that the universe is going to show you the way, trusting that you will know what the next step is when the time is right, and that the universe is always supporting you and guiding you. So as a part of this, I want to share a little bit about my story and experience here so far, what I've been doing, what I have been learning as I've been here. And for me, this whole experience is a huge trust experience, okay? Because what I've done is I came here, I am staying in an Airbnb for a few weeks in order to find my more permanent home. Okay. And in order to, so when I was channeling with the angels, and they told me that being here is for my highest good and what I'm supposed to do, and I asked, okay, how do I make that happen? What are my next steps? They said, you have to go there and you have to stay there and live there, and then you will be shown what your next steps are. Okay. So it's not like I came from Canada and I had everything figured out here. I didn't. I still don't. Okay. I don't have everything figured out, and that's okay. I'm used to it. By this point, I'm used to not having everything figured out and just taking things step by step. Okay. So, one of the things that I'm doing this weekend is I have rented a car, and I'm going to be driving around the area, driving around to different little towns that are nearby as well, and just checking out the energy, checking out what it feels like, checking out how I feel in these different places, seeing what's around, what kind of things can I do. So I've heard that there's amazing trails nearby. There's different areas. There's a spiritual community. There's a place, like a town that's more spiritually based. There's so many different things all around here, and I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna take the next step, which was I was guided to rent the car for the weekend, so you can figure out the next thing. And so that's what I'm going to do. And it's been very interesting in terms of, when you place yourself in the environment where you really have no choice but to trust, you really have no option but to surrender to the process and surrender to what the universe brings to you. It really allows you to learn the importance of trust and the importance of surrendering and the importance of leaning into the universe so that it can guide you towards your highest good. Now, the other thing that I'm doing here is I do have a vision of what I want. I have a vision of what I want my place to feel like and what I want to experience and non-negotiables, okay, about how I want to live. So, for example, one is that it has to be close to the beach. It has to be close to the ocean. A non-negotiable for me is that it has to be within walking distance. Another one is that I have to have in-unit laundry. I'm just saying, I want in-unit laundry. So I'm only looking at places that have in-unit laundry. And so I have a whole list of things that are non-negotiable for me that has to be there. And I also know how it makes me feel, okay? So when it comes to creating what you want, you really have to, one, look at what it is that you truly, truly desire in that thing, okay? And the other one is how it makes you feel. And then every single time you think about it, every time you are in that manifesting energy of creating that, you lean into the feelings that it brings to you. You lean into how it makes you feel. And that is how you build the energy around what you're meant to create. Okay, what the universe is going to bring to you. Okay, and that's how you work with the universe. So you decide what you want, you decide how it's going to feel for you, and the universe fills in all the details. The universe figures out the how. The universe shows up and it leads you to the next steps that you need to take. It leads you step by step through it, and then it's like, boom, it's right there. It's created all around you, okay? And then suddenly you find yourself sitting or standing in the middle of your creation, which is what I have done. I'm literally standing in the middle of my own creation. I have created this experience. It was because I followed that, okay? And everyone has the ability to do that. So a couple other things that I have learned while I've been here in California is one, I had to get used to, I just got my car, the rental car, and I immediately noticed the difference between miles per hour and kilometers per hour. So being from Canada and being used to kilometers, kilometers per hour on the speedometer, I was, looking at the thing and I saw that it was in miles. I knew that it was in miles. I knew that America does it in miles, but it's just when you're actually in it and you're actually driving and you look at the speed limit, you're looking at how fast you're going, and then the numbers for me, I know is different. When I look at 40 miles per hour, I think of 40 kilometers per hour and what that feels like. And, I have no clue what 40 miles per hour is in kilometers. I think it's around 60 or something like that. Or maybe slightly less. I don't know. But that's been one big adjustment that I've had to go through. Another one was, honestly, when I first got here, it was the fact that because I'm so used to traveling, I've been traveling so much recently, it was about getting used to the fact that I'm here and that this isn't a vacation, that this is not a temporary thing. It was getting used to the fact that I'm not here to visit, I'm here to live here. And so that was something else that I had to get used to. The first couple of days, it really just felt like I was on vacation. It felt like I was just kind of here for a visit and that it wasn't going to be permanent or whatever. And it was something that was interesting for me to go through and experience and feeling the emotions and the thoughts that came with it and understanding and bringing an understanding behind those things, okay, why I was feeling those or why they were coming up. and working through that, and then allowing myself to really lean into what I wanted it to be for me, what I wanted this experience to be for me, which is allowing it to make it feel like home for me. Okay, and it definitely has, after being here for almost 2 weeks, it is the energy has shifted in terms of my perspective and how it feels and all that kind of stuff. But it has that's another part of when you are changing, when you're creating change in your life, because if you're creating new things, if you're manifesting, you're creating change, it's about recognizing that the change that you create is not is not temporary in the sense that you're going to go back. Okay, it's you're always moving forward. So change is never permanent either, because in the sense that we're always changing, we're always evolving, so you can't really say that it's permanent, but a certain aspect of change can be permanent. So you can reach a certain level in terms of your abilities, or in terms of your experiences, in terms of how you feel about yourself. Yes, that's a permanent change, but then you still change and evolve, okay? So it's not necessarily that change will always stay here, because you will just keep moving forward and keep moving up. So I hope that makes sense. But that was something else that I had to get used to here so far. So other than that, I have been walking around a lot. I have been attending events to meet other people, which has been awesome. And mainly it's just been a matter of adjusting. Another thing that I had to adjust to was the time difference, because I came from the Eastern time zone and adjusting to the Pacific time zone. And it wasn't so much like my sleep, although the first couple of days I did go to bed early and woke up early because I was on Eastern time. But it was also more about me and my business and adjusting to that shift, because when it's 6 a.m. over here, or even 7 a.m. over there in Eastern time, it's already like 9 or 10 a.m. and if you're in Europe, then it's already the afternoon. People are getting ready to have dinner pretty much. And so that has been an adjustment as well, okay, to get used to the fact that the whole world is already up and running by the time that I'm up. And it's been about adjusting my schedule so that I can meet and connect with people, at a time that suits all of us, and really adjusting what I do as my routine and allowing it to fit into my business and the way things were before in the Eastern time zone. So it's really just a time thing. So there's been a few adjustments, but it has been amazing. And I am really excited to keep you guys updated in terms of what I do, my adventures, the things that I continue to create and experience as I'm here. So if you guys have any questions about this whole, process, or what I have been, how I've been working through things, or if you have any questions in terms of manifesting and how to create what you desire in your life, please post them in the comments below. Okay, I would love to hear from you guys, and I'm here to answer your questions. So post them below. And if you are new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe so that you do not miss any other future videos. If you want to connect with me on Facebook or on Instagram, then make sure to go check out the description of this video. And if you know anyone who needs to hear this message today, who needs to learn more about manifesting and creating, then make sure that you share this video with them. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.